Welcome to our latest video. Before we embark on this new journey of discovery, don't forget to subscribe to Eagle Discovery so you won't miss out on fascinating stories from cultures all over the world. In this video, we'll explore the unique culture of the Eskimo people, one of the most distinctive ethnic communities. Their remarkable way of life has long captured the world's attention due to their resilience in adapting to harsh natural conditions, along with their distinct customs, beliefs, and societal norms. It's important to note that the term Eskimo is sometimes considered inaccurate or offensive, as it includes various tribes with their own unique cultures and traditions. Views on relationships and openness in family dynamics. Among the Eskimos, emotions and family relationships are not bound by strict norms. Unlike many other societies, they have a relatively open perspective on sexuality, similar to ancient tribal peoples like the Mongols or the Romans. One notable custom is the exchange of women, viewed as a gesture of hospitality. This practice reflects gratitude and respect among community members and toward visitors. However, it does not occur spontaneously, but is often accompanied by spiritual rituals, typically led by a shaman. After encountering Western cultures, some Eskimo customs evolved and became more diverse. Additionally, this exchange custom is seen as a way to strengthen community bonds, fostering unity in their harsh living conditions. Family life and marriage in the Eskimo community. One of the intriguing aspects of Eskimo culture is the practice of polygamy. While most families have only one wife, wealthy or powerful men could have 2 or 3 wives. This not only reflects wealth, but also showcases the man's capability and wisdom. Men with multiple wives are respected not just for their wealth, but for the strength and intellect required to sustain a large family. This mirrors practices seen in other religious societies, such as Mormons before polygamy was banned, or the cultural rules around the number of wives in Islamic traditions. Sharing wives with visiting guests is another display of hospitality. Refusing this invitation could be seen as a grave insult, obliging the guest to make amends with valuable gifts. This custom underscores the respect between community members and highlights the importance of maintaining close relationships, especially in harsh living conditions, where unity and sharing are crucial for survival. Unique relationships in Eskimo culture. Another unique aspect of Eskimo culture is that the most powerful man in the community could have relations with another man's wife without it being considered a violation of moral standards. While this might seem surprising in other societies, Eskimo women also have the freedom to choose. They can leave their husbands to live with another man without being condemned or punished, except in certain special cases. This freedom in relationships results from harsh living conditions and a long-standing culture of sharing. It is not only about survival, but also a way to maintain unity and understanding within the community. Moreover, in relationships, gender equality is highly respected. Eskimo women have the right to make their own decisions regarding their love life, including choosing partners or ending relationships. This aspect sets Eskimo culture apart from many other societies, where women are often bound by stricter norms. In Eskimo culture, all relationship decisions are based on mutual consent, freedom, and the voluntary nature of the parties involved. Customs of wife exchange and spiritual rituals. Wife exchange between couples or community members is part of traditional rituals, especially under the direction of shamans. After each ritual, wife exchanges often occur as a way to restore balance in the community. These rituals typically involve prayers for fertility, bountiful harvests, and protection from supernatural forces. Shamans play a key role in determining the timing and manner of these ceremonies, ensuring that everything follows spiritual rules. However, this custom is not widespread across all Eskimo territories, but is limited to specific areas where spiritual beliefs and rituals still hold strong significance in community life. Foreign guests may occasionally be offered a wife within the Eskimo community, but this is less common and mostly occurs when girls reach adulthood. This is seen as an act of Eskimo hospitality, but it doesn't happen automatically and requires mutual consent from both parties. Eskimo girls are often marked with tattoos when they reach marriage age, making them easily recognizable in the community. These tattoos not only signify maturity, but also symbolize the transition from girlhood to adulthood, ready for marriage and family life. This custom illustrates an important aspect of Eskimo culture, where connection and sharing are not limited to material possessions, but also include emotions and family responsibilities. Additionally, in some areas, this ritual is seen as a way to balance the number of women and men in the community, ensuring that all members have the opportunity to participate in a family. This helps reduce social tensions and fosters harmony and unity in Eskimo society. Sharing in family and community relationships. In Eskimo culture, sharing extends beyond food and possessions to emotional relationships as well. When a man goes hunting, friends or relatives often help his wife through loneliness. This is seen as an act of goodwill and a gesture of hospitality. It reflects the close connection between members of the Eskimo community, where survival depends on sharing and unity. Furthermore, in harsh environments like icy regions, mutual support ensures not only physical safety but also emotional well-being, reducing feelings of loneliness and anxiety during long absences of men on hunting trips. The sharing tradition in Eskimo culture also reflects a strong community mindset. The survival of individuals relies heavily on collective spirit, where everyone must rely on each other to overcome the challenges of the harsh natural environment. This unity and sharing have enabled the Eskimo community to survive for thousands of years in a challenging environment. In some cases, Eskimo couples may swap wives with the mutual agreement of both parties. This is considered a form of common marriage rather than polygamy, and this custom strengthens ties between families in the community. These relationships serve as a form of social protection, helping reduce discord and enhancing cooperation in all aspects of life. However, research shows that this custom is only prevalent in certain areas and is not widespread across the entire Eskimo territory. In other regions, these customs may be less practiced or have been adapted to fit modern societal changes. Geographic and cultural differences also contribute to the diversity of family sharing customs in the Eskimo community. Hospitality, but also holds deep spiritual and social significance. The mutual consent of the parties involved reflects not only voluntariness, but also mutual respect among community members. These values have sustained and protected the social structure of the Eskimo people for generations, even in the most challenging times. Concepts of sexuality and family in Eskimo culture. An interesting point in Eskimo culture is the comfort and openness regarding sexuality. From a young age, Eskimo children are educated about their bodies and sexuality without any shyness. They are encouraged to explore and learn about their bodies through games and activities. Dolls that Eskimo children play with are often crafted with complete details, clearly showing the differences between males and females. This helps children naturally understand human bodies and sexuality. In addition, a particular Eskimo custom involves abandoning newborns, especially girls, if the family cannot provide for them. This practice is not an act of cruelty, but rather a survival measure in harsh conditions, where resources and food are extremely limited. The Eskimos believe that maintaining a balance between males and females is necessary for the sustainable development of the community. However, this custom has faded as the Eskimos have come into contact with outside civilizations and realized the importance of genetic diversity. Incestuous marriages and views on love. In some remote Eskimo communities, incestuous marriages are not uncommon. Due to isolated living conditions and a lack of understanding about the harm of marrying within the same family, marriages between cousins became a common custom. While sibling marriages are rare, they can still occur in some Eskimo communities. In fact, in some folk tales, such marriages are sometimes portrayed as the source of misfortune or even tragedy. Though incestuous marriages are fairly common, the Eskimos also have legends about marriages with people from faraway lands. These stories often emphasize the hardships, misfortunes, or challenges faced by couples who marry outside their community, showing that the Eskimos were aware of the risks of interacting with other cultures. Views on singleness and homosexuality. In Eskimo culture, being single is not considered a virtuous trait. Due to the lower birth rate of girls for economic reasons, such as the abandonment of female infants, the number of adult women is often insufficient to meet marriage demands. To address this issue, some Eskimo communities developed a polyandrous system where one woman could have two husbands. This ensures that even the poorest men can have families, and no one has to live without a partner. Additionally, polyandry helps distribute resources and responsibilities while strengthening community unity. It also minimizes emotional and property conflicts in difficult living conditions. As for homosexuality, the Eskimos do not have a specific word for this concept. However, that doesn't mean same-sex relationships do not exist in their culture. In some tribes, there are men who wear women's clothing and perform women's tasks. They may have relationships with other men, but do not consider themselves homosexual. This reflects the Eskimos' flexible and open approach to gender and sexuality, emphasizing survival and adaptation over rigid societal norms. Family values and social bonds. Alongside their openness about sexuality, the Eskimos highly value family bonds. One of the clearest expressions of this is the act of nose-rubbing, called kunik in their language. This gesture is not only common between couples, but also among family members, especially between mothers and children. It serves as a way for the Eskimos to express love and family bonds, transcending sexual aspects to become a symbol of trust and affection. In Eskimo society, the family is a crucial foundation that helps maintain the community's survival and development, with family values often emphasized through various rituals and customs. Additionally, the Eskimos are very generous and willing to share everything with each other, from food and goods to emotional relationships. This stems from their harsh living conditions, where unity and sharing are vital for the survival and growth of the community. In environments where resources are scarce, sharing culture is not just an option, but a necessity to ensure the survival and prosperity of the entire community. These values have allowed the Eskimos to maintain strong unity over thousands of years. Eskimo culture serves as a prime example of human adaptation and development in harsh environments. From their open views on sexuality and marriage to their customs of sharing and hospitality, the Eskimos have built a unique culture based on unity and sharing. While these customs may seem surprising or even misunderstood in today's context, they clearly reflect the core values and principles of the Eskimo people. What are your thoughts on Eskimo culture? Do you think these customs still fit into modern society?